Alright folks, welcome back to more Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remastered. And last time we played, we did most of the side stuff. We got the summons for relics here. We got Leviathan, we've got Zura. We also found Yang, but he's unconscious, unfortunately. And by Yang, I mean Frank. And yeah, now we're gonna go to the sealed cave and find the final crystal, and hopefully stop Golbez from collecting it. The ways of the Jewel of Darkness opens only for those who are able to show proof of the rite of passage. We do have that. We have the necklace. Ow, my eyes. So this dungeon is pretty interesting in that there's a few interesting enemies, to say the least. Alright, we've got that icon on Berserk. Missed. Hey there, Bugga. How you doing? Hey there, Freeport. How you doing? Dead. Yeah, bats, flying enemies. Very weak to arrows. How you doing, Azura? So, whenever we encounter a door, the door is a monster. Hey there, Worm. How you doing? Now, unfortunately, the trapdoor transforms into another monster. Also, if you don't do enough damage, he will start killing your characters in one shot. Yes, that's right, we've got mimic doors. Kotetsu? I don't think I need that. Yeah, it's weaker than what we have. Bio. Berserk Cane is so good. Dealing so much damage. For these guys, jeez. I don't even need to play. It's just doing all the work now. Relax, have some tea, have a chat with the boys. Surprise! Also, they give a lot of experience, but you can also kill the door before it transforms, but you gotta do a lot of damage. I don't know if it's actually possible right now. Oh! Well, there you go. There you go. How you doing, Romby? And I think you get more experience. We got 30,000 for killing the door. Oh, well, we won't know. Thundaga. Ooh, that's a pretty powerful spell. We're gonna need it for another summon later on. Let's move this around. that's fine. Now, unfortunately, there are some doors that lead to nowhere. Just wanted to check to be sure that there was no secret passage. Treasure there, and there's a lot of doors over there. Now, thankfully, we are pretty powerful right now, and the doors aren't a problem. But usually, the doors are very dangerous. Like, they might kill 1 or 2 characters before they transform. But since we're slightly over-leveled, slightly, it's not so much of a problem now. Typically, they're very dangerous. Alright, let's see if the enemy gives less experience. Actually curious here. It does! You get 2,000 less? It gypped? Look at that. Ooh, light sword. That's actually less good because we went to the summon cave first. I guess we're gonna find equipment that is not as good as what we found earlier. Yeah, that would make sense in a way, that the reason why we're destroying these guys. Oh, Yellow Dragon's actually pretty dangerous. I think he counters with lightning. On every hit. Also, he's dead, so it's not a problem. But yeah, usually they're pretty dangerous. Thankfully, we had the brilliant idea of leveling up prior to this and doing optional dungeons. So now a very hard dungeon becomes very easy. See, it's all part of the plan. You know, I never actually used Berserk on Kane prior to this run. It's so good. Now, obviously, there are some monsters that you don't want to do that. Monsters that counter every time you attack them in a certain phase. Hey, I didn't grind, besides that one time before the magnetic cave, but that's it. Hey, good. Got some MP back. Our little cottage right inside the cave. Well, jump isn't garbage, it's just situational, right? It's his best move. But it takes time to hit. While Berserk gives him, like, jump damage, but you don't get to control the character. So let's say everyone died, except for Kane, then we'd be screwed because, well, not necessarily. It does do a lot of damage. Well, I think that's actually an upgrade, though. Kinda? Just a bit. Give him more power. Let's go. You can give a door a virus and it will die. Well, it's a trap door. It's not a regular old door. It's a trap door. Of course, a virus would work. Okay, how are we doing on treasures, though? Let's check out the map. 14 out of 19. Did I miss a chest in the Tower of Babel? Uh-oh! Backtracking confirmed. I'm actually worried because I don't think you can go back. Maybe you can, but oh, I'm worried. Reset. Oh, I might have to do that. Not on stream, but you know, if I wanted to. Uh-oh. See, that's what the door does. He does a search, he targets someone, and his next move is an instant kill on the person he targeted. Very dangerous. Personally, I think this is one of the harder areas in the game. Wake. Nice. Wake's a good spell. We'll never use it, though. I mean, it's not bio, so... The ambush. He's still alive. Alright, Ican has reached level 50. He's a really good character. I sure hope nothing bad happens to him. Surprise! Ether. This potion. Got everything. Now, finished the area. Now, the boss in this area is really hard. Normally, it's a DPS race. normally very dangerous, very hard. Ropes are useless. There's no reason to float. We're going to be using Quake. Oh no, it's not yet. Sorry, my bad. Oh, the dragon. See? Look at all those counters. Very dangerous. All right, we finally got it. The final crystal, the dark crystal. Sure hope nothing bad happens as we're leaving. Uh-oh. The walls, they're moving. Removing the crystal must have set off a trap. So much for a smooth exit. Time for Demon Wall. Oh, that's actually pretty strong. Uh-oh. He's moving. Uh-oh. It's getting closer. We're gonna haste Ican here so he can go ham. Hey, we did it! We've destroyed the wall. So, the reason why the wall is dangerous, A, it can stone you, obviously. All right. Nothing to it. It's very dangerous. The reason why the wall is dangerous is because, as you've seen during the fight, the wall moves closer, right? And if the wall reaches a certain point, he no longer does his regular attacks. He does one-shot attacks. And once he starts doing that, you're pretty screwed. I also think he does haste himself, I think. Usually what you can do is use slow on him. With the wall gone, Canadians can now freely enter the USA. Finally, our moment has arrived. Rise up, my brothers. It is time. Oh. Now these evil bats are trivial. A wise from your grave. Alright, now we can just leave. But, oh, let's teleport. Wait a minute. We can't. We can't teleport out. That's weird. That's strange. Sure hope nothing bad happens. What? I would never. Oh, we got an achievement. Money bags? Uh-oh. What's going on? I can. You belong to me, I can. Bring me the crystal. It's Golbez. I can. Get a hold of yourself. I'm alright. I'm no longer under his control. Ugh. The dark crystal was seized. What are you doing? I can. I can now restore the Tower of Babel. At last, I shall reach the moon. I can wake up. Please, I can. With all the crystals in our possession, the way to the moon will open. Stop. Mwah. Damn. Ow, my eyes. Still berserk, that's right. If only we had removed his weapon. Well, we lost a huge party member here. Yeah, I looked away. I wonder if we can go back to the tower, though. Oh, doesn't look like it. So Lucky's gonna have to do, gonna have to replay those sections. Nice landing there, champ. Lally ho. Lally ho. You have returned. Where's the crystal? Truth is, you did not succeed in retrieving it, so Golbez holds all the crystals. There's nothing we can do now. That is, unless the legend of the lunar whale is true. Lunar whale? A huge ship spoken in legend, one born of a dragon. The Mysidian legend. You know of Mysidia? It's the home of the mages in the overworld. Mysidia truly exists? Yeah, he wouldn't know, because he lives under the earth. I've met the elder of Mysidia before. He prays tirelessly in a tower. He prays, you say? Thoughts and prayers? Yes, what do you ask? Perhaps he prays for the lunar whale. You must hurry to Mysidia. The way to the surface is sealed off. We can't get near the Tower of Babel either. Then dig your way out. It's Sable. I'll attach to the drill. I'll attach a drill to the Falcon's bow. Shouldn't you be in bed? Ah, no worries. Are you sure you're up to it? Easier and falling off a bike. Alright, let's get to work. Alright, boys. Jump in the air and spin. It's the only way to work. Boy, what are you doing? Take a shot every time a character jumps in the air and spins. Oh, you'd be drunk by now. Sable died. No, it's okay. Sable, you really should have stayed in bed. I guess I need to step away from the action for a while. Other than messing with airships, I'm not much use anymore. My hat's off to you, old man. You're really something. Get well, okay? Look after Goku and Nitro. Don't worry, just get some rest. Take care of yourselves, you hear? You too. Alright, get out of here. Thanks for everything. They'll be fine. With my airship, nothing can go wrong. It's not really your airship. You didn't build that one. Hold up. Oh boy, we got a drill, and there's only one place to go. My eyes. Could have made a little animation there. All right. There's a little something we gotta do first. Remember that area I talked about 17 streams ago? This area right here. Now we collected something very important in the Land of Summons. Talk to this guy. Read it. I'll talk to you only when you bring me a tail. Well, got a rat tail right here. This is the rat tail I've been looking for. All right, here's some more in return. And we got some adamantite. Now remember that old man. The old Smith. I was looking for the word. The old Smith back in the underworld. But we're not going to go there yet because we got to do another pit stop. Where, you might ask? Well, remember that guy who was stuck in bed? You gotta go to Fabul. On the left side. We gotta talk to Yang's wife. Come again? My husband's in the underworld. Why, I oughta. Why doesn't he come home? I'm not crying. I just have something in my eye. Here, take this. Give that no good a smack on the noggin for me. Received frying pan. Best weapon in the game, that's right. Wait, no it isn't. Who's Kane? I can. We just saw I can. Like 5 minutes ago. Were you not listening? I wasn't here, you doofus. Well, whose fault is that? We're going down. Alright, so let's do the little quests here down in the underworld. Number 1, we're gonna go see the smith. Hey buddy, I got your adamantite right here. Whip it out. Adamantite? Give me that old sword and I'll give it new life. Hand it over to the Sword of Legend. There you go. Oh, it's going nuts. Take a drink every time he flips. Hey, give me some time. Don't rush me. The master's back to his old self. So we're gonna come back later. I think we gotta do the towel. Gotta go to the moon first, I think. Got scammed. Yes. Gotta go back to the cave. Got all the treasures here, so it should be a quick run through. I think. I don't even remember how to go through this, even though we've been here before on the last stream. Don't even need to fight. Wait a minute. Just check. It's taking too long. Too long. Nope. Ain't fighting Marlboros, that's for sure. That's for sure. Right. I really should put float at a better spot, but whatever. I want to try something. It's the return of Cool Frog. Little cameo by Cool Frog. Wrong one. No. Don't frog me, bro. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. All right, we finally made it. Hey there, Krebs. I wonder if the evil dreamers are affected by Quake. Probably. Go see Frank. Give him a little frying pan. Hey, stop. Bing. Is it time for training? Allow me to sleep a little more. Goku? Frank! So glad you're awake. The sylphs saved my life. Well, you saved us by destroying the cannons somehow. I shall join you once again. You must rest. I cannot rest while my friends risk their lives. Just take it easy. You are? I'm Yash of Eblin. Don't worry, I can fill in for you. Eblin, so you're a ninja. I must. No, we'll fight in your place instead. She's a summoner, correct? Then she may call upon us at any time. Thank you. Relix has learned Sylph. Dead. Most grateful. What if Frank dies? It is what it is. Alright, so, got a new summon. Pretty good. Isn't Sylph really crappy? No. It's okay. We'll use it for some fights, you'll see. You'll understand. You'll regret talking shit about Sylph. Alright, there's another summon we gotta go check out. Remember the rumors of there being a ghost in the castle? This is stuff we could have picked up earlier, but it's fine. Oh, throne room here. That's weird. So you have returned. It's the king. He's back. Your Majesty, I do not need your pity. Although I have been slain, I have been given eternal power. Okay, that's convenient. The summoner that follows you will be able to call upon me whenever my help is required. Call on my sword and it will be yours. However, you must earn my respect by proving your strength and courage. Let us begin battle. Now, this is a tough fight, normally. But if you use lightning, he's not so tough. Thing is, now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Oh, wow. Once again, Lucky overselling a boss, but you can fight Odin very early. The second you get Rydia, now you must use that strength to protect Baron and the world. Shall fight alongside you as Odin. Thank you, Your Majesty. So actually, you can fight him before you get Edge. So all right, we got another summon. Now there's not many left. There's, well, the best one that we could technically go see, but not right now because we're gonna get demolished. All right, there's one place to go. That's Story. Let's go back to Mysidia. We knew you'd return. Please join us at the Tower of Worship. Didn't we do this already? One born of a dragon, bearing lightness, darkness and light. Well, let's use the echo. One born of One born of a dragon, bearing darkness and light, will rise to the heavens over the still land. The moon's light eternal brings a promise to earth. And finish. Everyone, let us pray. Now is the time to make the legend come true. Very impressive, thank you. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that praying actually works? Look, our prayers have been answered. Waimon is back, baby. There is no doubt. That is the great and glorious vessel itself, the Lunar Whale. It's gonna blow up. Oh, well, there it goes. A strange voice addressed me during our prayers. It told me you are to fly to the moon and that someone awaits you there. But how can we possibly get there? On the lunar whale, according to our ancient Mysidian documents, there is a crystal inside the ship that allows navigation between here and the moon. You must communicate with it. I'll see what I can do. It's time for moon! Let's check out the place first. All set, but you're still hungry. Big guy, what are you doing here? Achievement unlocked to the moon. So technically we could go get our final summon, which is right over here. But we won't, because with 4 party members, that's asking to die. Gotta save that for next stream. No, we're definitely gonna be getting that one by the time we end the stream. All right. So the monsters on the moon are very hard. They pack a punch. Like, they're hitting Yash for 500, which is a lot. And we're over leveled here. Oh, golden apple. Actually, very good. Is there life on the moon? Oh, you'd be surprised. That to Brelix. Want Brelix to have at least 2,000 health, because that is very important. Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. Let's summon Sylph. No. Let's summon Odin. Odin? Cut him down. Nothing personnel, Slimo. Okay. There we go. Stardust. Stardust is a rod, right? No. Oh no, it's an item. My bad. I'm not fighting grenades. Dark grenades. I should, though. The bestiary. No, whatever. Plans are a pain. Though, there is a monster we kind of want to fight, because there's a 1 in 64 chance that they drop something that is very good. And those are pink flans. Ever eaten a flan before? I don't think I have. it's not a big chance, no. But the reason why they're very good is those pink flans. Also, they're very hard to find. Those pink flans have a chance to drop a rat's tail. You're like, wait a minute. We already got the rat's tail. That's right. But you can get more adamantite. Oh, someone here. You are? I'm Fusoya. My duty is to protect the slumber of the Lunarians. The Lunarians? Many years ago, a small planet between Mars and Jupiter was on the verge of destruction. The inhabitants escaped on a ship to the blue planet. The what? I'm referring to your Earth. However, they were in the midst of evolving, so they created a moon where they could sleep a long slumber. So that's where the Lunarians come from. However, there was one who refused to sleep. Instead, he wished to raise everything on the blue planet and create a new home there. How awful. I was able to seal him away with my powers and force him into a deep sleep. But in spite of this, he was able to channel his evil into the corrupt inhabitants of your planet. He now uses them to gather the crystals. Then he must be the one behind Golbez's actions. Who is this lowlife? His name is Zemus. Zemus. The Z. He is gathering the crystals, our energy source, to activate the dimensional elevator in the Giant of Babel. Then he intends to destroy everything on your planet. No. However, many of us feel we can come to an understanding with the people of Earth. Those Lunarians are merely sleeping, waiting for your people to reach the right level of evolution. What about the lunar whale? That was built years ago by my younger brother, Kluya, as a transportation to the blue planet. He had always dreamed of visiting unknown lands. The Devil's Road and airship technology were also born of his desire to explore. On the blue planet, Kluya fell in love and had 2 children. You are one of his children. Me? Then the voice I heard on Mount Ordeals was... The voice came from the soul of Kluya, your father. I see it now. You resemble him when he was your age. That was the voice of my father? You have received power from Kluya to stop Zemus and his evil plan. You must do this for your own planet and for all Lunarians. You must hurry to the Tower of Babel in Eblin. The Tower of Babel? How do we get around its barrier? I should be able to enter. We cannot let the Giant of Babel reach the blue planet. I will join you on your journey. All right. We got Fusoya now, but we gotta change our order now because can't have wizards on the front line. I guess we can do it like that. I don't like how you keep going back to the tower. Well, I won't spoil it. It's boring seeing the same location over and over, and if only we could go like somewhere crazy, right? I don't know, maybe, you know, Uncharted World, or I don't know where we could go that would be really different, you know? Anyways, let's continue being on the moon. I think the dark grenade is floating and will not be affected by... Oh no! That's why I don't want to fight dark grenades. Oh yeah, we gotta fix you pretty bad. So Fusoya, is pretty good. He has all the magic. The only issue is that he has, doesn't have that much MP. It's kind of a shame. Yes, I want to start with Toad. Alright, we're... Well, it's not like we're going to use the lesser spells here. Well, we might. Okay. Get Quake up here. Let's get Bio up here. Let's get Flare up here. Meteor. Oh. All good spells. Now the problem with Meteo, though, and the problem that we forgot to revive Yash. He's gonna do it! The ultimate magic! This takes forever to cast. Yeah! Lunar virus. So that's where it's from. Take rest. All set. Let's go back to the Tower of Babel. Ah, the tower. We're too late. What do you mean too late? The giant of Babel will come forth. He's huge. Skynet has arrived. It's over. Well, at least we can go to the moon now. Let's gather the survivors and live on the moon. No. Damn it. Is there nothing we can do? What's that? Tanks. Dwarven tanks ready to fire. We will fight alongside you for the planet, our home. Lally ho. It's the boys. Frank is here. Could not lie in bed and leave the responsibility for fighting to my friends. It's Advance Wars. Oh boy. And the airships. You can relax now. With my help, this will be a cinch. We got our B-copters arriving. All engines to full power. No, it doesn't change. Hey, they're back! It's TBW! Hey, y'all! Miss me? The Elder has restored us. You should not fight this battle alone. We must all fight for the sake of our survival. Even Freepo's here. I'll fight with you, Goku, with the courage you have given me. Yeah, they were both stoned, but they quit drugs, so we're fine now. After rehab, they made it. Thank you. The giant looks confused. Now's our chance to enter the Giant of Babel. I get it. We're going for its core, its heart. Sable. Approach its mouth. Who's he? It's Fusoya, Lunarian. He's the Lunarian? Can you do this or not? Keep your beard on. There's nothing I can't do. They just ripped off Star Wars? Yes, exactly. Now, hang on. We're going in hot. My knees, legs broken. All right, it's time to do this. Yeah, you can. If we had gone to a naming way before, because there are naming ways on the moon. It was supposed to be you? Guess I will not be the old man. Break. Reload. No, too late. Looks pretty good. Got an ether. I don't think there's many treasures down here. Oh, that's bad. Actually, it's fine. Searcher won't get attacked, but the giant soul. Well, actually, I'm surprised. I don't know how that quake hit him. Oh, cottage, nice. Yuichi arrow. Oh, we got a ton of them. Siren. I don't know what Siren does. I think it summons a monster. Yeah. Silver apple. Very good. Don't use the silver apple on Fusoya. It's a waste. Give all the apples to Brelix. He needs them. Nice, we need some ethers. That should hold. Soma drop, that's for more MP. Guess we can give it to... give it to Edge. Yash. So if we give it to Fusoya, he can do 2 Meteos. So you get more MP now. He doesn't. Just more health. Alright, there is a save over there. And I think that's the last of the treasures. Yep. And I also think that's a trap treasure. Alert! 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 A mech dragon. That seems very problematic. Oh, he counters every hit. That's fun. Getting wrecked, yeah. Regen. That's it. Eat it. Oh, that wasn't worth it. Gonna die before we get a cure off. One. Yeah, really. All right, elixir, old man. Holy cow. This freaking dragon man. Last arm. Time for Sylph. So Sylph is good in a way that it allows you to get some healing back. Elixir. No, it's single target, unfortunately. Oh! Did I just see someone? Ooh. Ooh. There's a naming way. I don't know why you do it, why you here. Oh, can't change the names, unfortunately. How unfortunate. I guess they put it here because in case that you didn't have items for this area, because they kind of throw you in. Sorry, boys, can't rename. Usoya forever. You have come at last. You cannot stop the Giant of Babel. Now is the time for the death of you all. The Elemental Lords. Indeed. Master Zemus blessed us with a second life. Prepare to die. I shall enjoy fighting you again. You have taught us the power that comes from joining forces. That's what we will do. Now, allow me to restore your strength. Oh, what a nice guy. This time we shall prevail. Alright, there's only one way to deal with this guy. Ultimate fire. So were the Elemental Lords Lunarians? I don't know. I guess they're just Elemental Lords. Oh, he got wrecked. I don't know what your weakness is. It's Meteor. Blink is really underrated as a spell. Yeah, this should be one and done. Yeah, that's some damage though. We did it! Defeated the Elemental Lords Remastered. Master Zemus! Please, one last chance. We have failed again. Farewell, Valiance. They were no match, because it was 5 against 4. And they didn't really attack at the same time. They got the idea of teaming up, but they didn't really do it quite right. They teamed up like in Dragon Ball, where they all get together, but only one fights. That's a bunch of beamers. Why are they killing each other? I forget why Kane's out of the party. You know, he kind of betrayed everyone, stole the crystal, summoned the giant of Babel. You know, that thing. This is the core of the giant, it's CPU. Whoa. We have to destroy the defense node first, because it can repair the CPU. Oh boy, we don't want to kill them all. Oh, what did I do? What you call being bad. Okay, this time, let's do this right. Because the problem is, she takes so long to aim that her targeting went on the attack node. 'Cause this is fine. At the Death Star? Yes. Also, we can sylph the orb. That's right. Sylph is actually worthwhile. Didn't think about it, did ya? Like, everything is fine because Sylph is gonna just regenerate. Oh, it's already over. Oh, Sylph to end! All right, we stopped it. Why, you? How dare you destroy the giant? You! Do I know you? You have to look deep inside yourself. You have to realize who you really are. Stop it. You must wake up. Fusoya's dead. What came over me? Why was I filled with so much hatred? You have returned to your true self. Now, do you remember your father's name? My father is Kluya. Wait a minute. What? Then that makes you Goku's... You two are brothers? I have a brother. You were a puppet in Zemus's plan. He was manipulating you with his hypnotic powers. He chose you because you have the blood of Kluya, a Lunarian, coursing through your body. That made it easier for Zemus to control you. But to make you fight against your own flesh and blood. That's enough. I was fighting against my own brother? All of this hate was against my own family? You're my... I wonder why you were chosen. It easily could have been me. We both have Lunarian blood. I was chosen because of the seeds of evil that lay inside me. Zemus saw that evil, and he helped it grow. Where are you going? To find Zemus, I have a score to settle. Wait. I too am a Lunarian, just like Zemus. I will join you. Goodbye, Goku. Is this what you want, Goku? Golbez is never coming back, you know that, right? Aren't you gonna do anything? He's your brother. My brother. Yes! We might be in trouble. We have to get out of here. Goku! What are you doing? We need to find a way out. This way. It's Ican. Oh no, we're not falling for that again. We can talk later. Right now, we have to get out of here. Hurry. Finally, I was able to return to my senses. I don't expect you to forgive me after all I've done. Of course we're not going to forgive you. The giant was practically your doing. Stop it. Nitro. It's not Ican's fault. You saw how Zemus had control over Golbez. Golbez too? Golbez is Goku's older brother. He was being manipulated by a Lunarian named Zemus, who used their shared Lunarian blood to control him. Golbez and Fusoya went to the moon to destroy Zemus. Golbez is Goku's brother? Then I, too, should follow them and give Zemus the payback he deserves. I hope you don't end up betraying us again. Oh, Yash, not the time. If that happens, you can kill me. Then I'd better go too. Besides, I want to give this Zemus guy a piece of my mind. Yash. Then it's decided. We go to the moon. Goku. Nitro Brelix, you two stay here. The three of us will go. We can't put you in any more danger. But Goku, that's not fair. Please, you have to get off the lunar well. Boys only. A little kid won't be much help anyway. Who you calling a kid? Stay put, kid. Coco. I can, Yash. Time to go to the moon. Also, this is a terrible spot. Why'd you park here? Let's go. Nitro. Get out of the way, Nitro. No, I'm not moving. You have to take me with you. Why are you doing this? Because I don't want us to be apart. I don't care what happens, as long as I'm with you. Nitro. I guess we have no choice. Well, aren't you the ladies' man? All right, Nitro. I'll protect you with my life. Smooch. It worked. What, you? This is everyone's war, not just yours. Besides, I'm the only one who can summon creatures to help us. Relics, you're right. This war is ours to fight together. Let's go. That's right. It's no time for a gender war. We gotta take the... They gotta take the ship back. Alright. Gender and ageism, you're right. Right, and now let's move the ship because it's a terrible spot. Like, we would have to go all... not even. How do you even go to the, Yeah, we'd have to do that. We'd have to climb here, go through here, go here, end up here. There, to the palace. Instead, we can just park here and just go there. First, we're gonna park here. It's the Hummingway home. You wish to change your name? And change it. Long ago, one of our people built a ship and traveled to the blue planet. He was adept at naming things. We are the Hummingways. Welcome. What can I do for you? We can buy a whistle to summon a fat chocobo. We can also buy some ethers. We are super broke. Want to change your name? Whatever do you mean? Oh, yes. We forgot about something. We gotta go back. Does anyone remember what we gotta go get? Has anyone been following the story? Why is the ship so small? Weird. Pizza? Close. Close. The sword, that's right. We gotta go get the Sword of Legend. Fused with adamantite. We gotta go get Saber. It's ready. The Holy Sword Excalibur. Use it well. We did it. The Sword of Legend. Look at the difference in power. In power. Yeah, that's right. But it's the second best weapon in the game that you get super early. Well, super early. You get before doing the Moon Palace. And now, we can buy some Fuma Shurikens. Which we should, because they're the best around. We need to sell stuff. A lot of stuff. Should we sell everything? Well, no, not really, because we throw them. Or 5 should be enough. We're gonna get a few later on as well. All right, we've got everything we need. Do we go into the tower? No. I guess I gotta redo that eventually. Is there anything else? Did I forget anything? Now, shall we get the ultimate summon? The problem is, it's a tough fight. It's a really tough fight. And the way to get there is also very tough. Oh, no moose. No moose. The Cave of Bahamut. Now, because in here, we can find, energy gloves. In here, we can find the, a very unfun monster. Well, you'll see it if we find him. Tornado. Very nice. We'll never use it though. It's a giant warrior. I like how Goku's doing double damage here from these guys. Well, it's like the moon dungeons. The aesthetics. Yeah, that was pretty good. Moon Dungeon is the final dungeon. I think we might be able to finish this game tonight. It's a possibility if I don't mess up. Only 4? How many final dungeons were that? What do you mean? What did he mean by this? Genji armor? I don't remember a monster here. Did they have that? No, it better not be the monster I'm thinking of. It is! Oh boy. This guy hits like a truck. And magic isn't really a thing against him, I think. Bio doesn't work. Let's try Quake. Definitely not a thing. I could use Fuma's. Sylph? I don't know. We could use... Oh, jeez. We'll try Sylph. I don't think Sylph is gonna work, though. Yeah. Get Odin. Yep. Oh, we beat him. Whew. Yeah, he's pretty dangerous. Another easy boss. He wasn't even a boss. He's just regular monster in the area. Oh, they added more of them, didn't they? Oh, no. Let's try, Leviathan. Decent damage. Yeah, the reason why we're not dying is because I've got Blink running on everyone. I wonder if Alcatraz would work. How's Endwalker? Not there yet. I'm still on, I just started Shadowbringer, not Shadowbringers, Stormblood. This is the way you gotta fight Behemoth. You gotta have Blink on everyone. We made it! That's a lot of cash. Go buy some more Fumas. Tell me there's not another one. Of course. Of course there is. I haven't been playing much recently because the servers haven't been really garbage for Final Fantasy XIV. Like, really bad. To the point that they gave everyone seven extra days of membership. Oh, I took Odin. Amateur hour. No, Odin was not an instant kill, more like an instant do nothing and get countered. Why is Nitro so tanky? All right. Everyone filled up. Let's get some ethers going for elixirs. Ether for you. Elixir for you. If I remember well, there's two ways to fight him. One's super easy, one's super hard. What do you want? Oh, you're an interesting one. You may have won Leviathan over, but that proves nothing. I think you have to do Leviathan before doing Bahamut. I, Bahamut, the god of summons, shall deliver the final judgment. Alright, so he does a little timer. It's counting down. What you want to do is reflect. That's the easy way. I don't know if they changed that though. The other way is to have I can jump at the last second. Or we can manage to kill him. It's very possible. We threw a couple of Fumas. Oh, we killed him before? Oh! Hard boss. Here's the thing. If he had done his Mega Flare attack, we would have reflected it back at him, and he would have gotten like 999 damage. 9,999. Your spirit and strength are worthy indeed. Brelix, summon me as you wish. We did it. Summon Master. Spirit and strength are worthy indeed. You're the first ones to be accepted by the God of Summons. It appears a tremendous fate awaits you. Alright, let's get out of here. Right, well, got one last thing to do. It's to go back to the Earth and get some Fuma Shurikens. Oh no, he's padding it out. Sandbagging. But actually getting these throwing stars are going to be pretty useful, especially for the final boss, or just bosses in general. We're going to fight a lot of bosses in the lunar area. Oh. Lunar area. Get as much as we can. Are there many hard bosses? Well, there are some sealed weapons in the final castle, in the final lunar castle. And each one of these sealed weapons are guarded by bosses that are pretty tough. In fact, I do believe that we might die in most of these fights if we're not prepared. Oops. I swear if you don't die even once, Lucky. Wait, that means we have good preparation. What's the problem? A whole bunch of goodies here. Hey, let's summon the Ba. We haven't seen him yet. That's some damage. Ooh, an abyss worm. I might want to change that. Don't need to fight this. We only fought the worm because it's one more enemy for the bestiary. Though I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go back through other saves and fight monsters in areas that we missed. All right, this is it. The final castle in the moon, which will be after the break. So stay tuned for the finale of Final Fantasy IV in a few minutes.